at EAVAFM.com or call 07811 659 364. That's 07811 659 364. Serving the community, 102.5 EAVA FM.
Hey Vina, how you doing?
Hey, good morning. What a wonderful surprise.
I know.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Nutan Varsh Abhinandan to all the listeners. And
You
Sal
said
Mubarak.
it. Sal Mubarak and Nutan Varsh Abhinandan.
So how you doing?
Absolutely, yeah, fantastic Diwali.
Okay.
I have eaten too much, drank too much, but then that's what it's all for.
Tell me about it.
To celebrate, hey, with your loved ones.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What about yourself?
You know what? Last night was an amazing day, amazing evening, shall I say. Lots of fireworks. And then after the fireworks, some food, a few drinks, and we were good.
Fantastic. That's what I like.
And we're here in the morning, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
No hangover.
No hangover, which is the most important thing. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know what? Today is a special show. Aaj ka din bahut special hai. Ek to ye New Year hai. Or the other thing is we have Leicester City Council live talking about the personalised travel planning, PTP, with Leicester City Council. So we're just going to start this off straight away. This is talking about everything to do with travel within 3 areas of Highfields, Spinney Hill and St. Matthews. So you know what, to tell us more, I'm going to bring in our special guests. First of all, I'm going to bring in Javid. Javid, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning. Happy New Year to the listeners and watchers for Diwali. And yeah, looking forward to this special interview.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So we can hear you, no worries. And I'm also going to bring in Sean.
Morning all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Yeah, excited to be here.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we're going to start this off. I'm going to ask Sean, shall I say? No, actually, Javid, what is PTP? And first, briefly explain where you're from, who's delivering the project, and tell me what PTP is, the Personalised Travel Planning Project.
So my name's Javid. I'm a Transport Development Officer for Leicester City Council, and I'm working on a project to help improve travel in and around the Leicester East area. I'll hand over to Sean, who will kindly explain what PTP is and the aims and objectives of the project.
Yeah, so as Jerry said, my name's Sean. I work for a company called Sistra, who are a transport consultancy, and we're working closely with Leicester City Council on this project. Just to give an overview, PTP stands for Personalised Travel Planning, and the idea behind Personalised Travel Planning, it's a behavioural change project. So the idea is that we're trying to encourage people and promote sustainable transport, so walking, cycling, public transport, and trying to reduce that dependency on the car, really. And I mentioned on last time we're on this show that you know, the idea behind this, people get a bit scared when we say we want to reduce the dependency on the car. People think we're trying to, you know, get people out of the car and make them sell their car, but that's not the idea behind this. It's just that, you know, those little trips to the shop or to getting the kids to school, you know, it's about thinking, do I need to drive there, or can I walk there, or cycle instead, or get the bus there? And so it's that behavioural change, that mindset change behind it, really, that we're trying to encourage here, and encourage people to walk and cycle more, really.
Okay. Vina, what did you think of that?
I think it's fantastic, and to be honest, parents do need to have a little bit of encouragement, as do the children too. I think it's important, and it's all about healthy lifestyle as well, don't you think, Vijay?
Absolutely. I think healthy lifestyle, using our cars less and driving less, and just walking. If we can walk locally, I think it's fantastic if we can walk locally, or if we can use cycle. So Javid, how did this project come about? And tell us a little bit more.
So this project came about because we've received funding from the European Regional Development Fund, the ERDF for short, and it allows us to undertake this project in an area which is quite dear to myself. I grew up in Highfields myself, so I know the area. I understand some of the challenges that are faced there. So I've chosen that area specifically to help people and sort of give this information out. Some people may not be aware of walking and cycling infrastructure around them, or public transport. So the aim of this is just to give out information, try to reduce that dependency on private car usage, and just changing that mindset, like Sean said, is let's start with the small things. Let's start with not taking the car to drop the kids off in the morning. Let's try walk and encourage public transport, etc. And then we can look at the bigger things like climate change and COP26, which is currently happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to add to that. What areas, specific areas, are we trying to target within this project?
Yeah, so the specific areas that we're targeting is the St Matthews area, Highfields, Spinney Hill, and some parts of Ebbington. To find out more, you can visit us on the choosehowyoumove.co.uk/PTP East, where you'll be able to find information of where specifically the project is happening. And even if you are slightly outside of the area, please feel free to get in touch with us. We can still support you in other ways through our website.
Okay. Veena, how does that sound?
Sounds really, really good. And I think, like Javed said, it is important, to encourage the mums, the dads, the children, to do their bit, really, to help the environment and also for more sustainable future as well.
Absolutely. Because currently right now, right, we're seeing so many cars on our streets. We're seeing, especially in Highfield, Spinney Hill, and inside St Matthews, that there's a lot of congestion all the time. The congestion's quite a lot with cars, and I think rightly so. As Sean said, it's not about telling people we don't want you to use your cars, but it's about think about where you're going and is it possible to walk or use public transport, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, what is the aim of this consultation, or shall I say the survey? What is the reason for people to fill out this survey, and how can they get involved, really? Who wants to give that? Sean, or should I give it?
Yeah, I can take that question. So yeah, obviously the idea behind it, as Javed said, visit the website choosehowyoumove.co.uk/PTP-East. The survey's on that link, on that website link, and the idea behind it is that we want people to fill out the survey. That's where they can fill out information on how they're currently travelling, and then we're also offering the first bit of information is that we're offering a travel information pack, and you can receive that either through the post or electronically. If you get it through the post, I've got a little one in front of me here, so it's a little booklet basically with loads of information in. For those who are watching this live, they can see my screen and they can see that booklet in front of me. So that's one that you can get through your post. If you receive it electronically, you receive a link to the Choose How You Move website, and that's got all the information on there. So it's got things to do with cycle training, bus networks, bus services, walking groups, anything like that, all the information that you need locally to know how to walk, cycle, get public transport. So that's the first thing that you can do in the survey. The second thing is then you can sign up to offers and incentives that we're offering. So there's things like the Santander bikes that you might see around Leicester, which are those electric kind of bikes that you can hire. So we're offering a £10 free voucher. There's a limited amount of them, so it's first come, first serve. So you can sign up to receive one of those, and that gives you 4 free rides on those Santander bikes just to trial it and see what it's like. We're also offering information on a Better Points, which is an app that you can download on your smartphone, and that's where you can earn through walk and cycle. And the more points that you earn, you can either turn those into charity donations or you can turn them into high street vouchers. So that encourages people to walk and cycle. You can think, okay, I'm going to walk or cycle, the more points I earn, and therefore I can turn those points into high street vouchers. And so it gives that encouragement behind it. And then there's other things that you can sign up to. So just by doing the survey, we were offering £100 Leicester gift card, which you can use on Leicester shops. So that's just by doing the survey, you can sign up to that. And then, as I said, you can sign up to.
Sorry, Sean, just to stop you there. Does everyone that fill out the survey get a £100 gift voucher?
No, so it's a prize draw. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. So it's a prize draw. So you can tick to get involved, and then eventually there's a prize draw, and we'll select someone at random to receive that £100 gift voucher.
Okay,
that's amazing, isn't it?
Very, very good, Veena. Have you done the survey, Veena? Oh, you're not from the area.
No, I'm not. No.
I hope Veena does do the survey after this presentation.
I'm not in that area, but why don't you come? Why don't you roll it to the area that I live in, which is Charnwood area?
Well, hopefully, to answer that question, if the project is successful, and we're hoping that people do participate and do the survey, we can apply for future funding, and hopefully we might be able to come to your local neighborhood. So anyone who's listening and watching and might not be in that PTP area but knows people, please ask them to do the survey, and we might be able to support more communities in other parts of Leicester as well.
Okay.
Fantastic.
A quick question here. Why was them 3 areas chosen? What is the reason for Highfields, St. Matthews and Spinney Hill to be chosen as part of this whole project of the survey going out, the consultation going out?
Absolutely. So the reason why those 3 locations were chosen was firstly due to the funding. The funding allowed for myself to put in a bid for to help improve certain parts of Leicester. The reason why I've chosen those particular areas is statistical data which shows high levels of congestion, low health and well-being factors, and a couple of other factors which put together have made me choose those locations. So it's not just about reducing congestion on the road. That's one factor, but it's also about improving health and well-being of individuals in that area. We know as an Asian community, we are susceptible to diabetes and all sorts of conditions, unfortunately. So it's a way of sharing information and sort of not just to improve car traffic, but also to improve our health and well-being. That's why I chose this area specifically.
Okay. So you're the man then, Javid, right?
I hope so. I hope I don't get in trouble for this.
No, absolutely. I think it's great. I think our communities in areas need to start to think about just walking a little bit or using a cycle. So I'm going to go a bit next question and say the benefits of the survey, the offers, incentives. Tell us a little bit about Santander Cycles. How can they get involved with the Santander Cycles or use the site? How does it work?
Sean?
Yeah, so the Santander cycle offer, as I mentioned, you get there's a £10 free voucher that's limited, so first come first serve. You can sign up to it in the survey, and when you give your email and sign up to Ride On, which is the provider behind Santander Cycles, they then apply the £10 credit to your account, and that gives you 4 free rides on the Santander Cycles. And as I said, it kind of gives you that trial run to kind of give it a go, and then obviously the idea behind it is that then people use it more in future because they know how to use it and what they have to do behind it. And so Santander Cycles, you see all the docking stations around the PTP area, but also around Leicester itself. And there's loads around, so you can kind of take one and then dock it somewhere else. And it's a really good initiative that Leicester are doing at the moment to encourage cycling.
Okay. So, and next, tell us a little bit more about the Better Points app. Is it on both platforms? Is it on one platform? So specifically the Better Points app.
Yeah, so Better Points it's both on Android and Apple, so you'll be able to get it on your smartphone, whether you use the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and you can download that. As I said before, the idea behind it is that you earn points by walking and cycling, and you can then turn those points either into charity donations or high street vouchers. There's also a referral code if you there's certain streets within the PTP area that if you use and walk or cycle along them, you can use a referral code and get 1,000 bonus points essentially. So just by using it in the area, in the PTP area, you can get 1,000 bonus points, and you can receive more information through the survey through doing that, because that's indicated in the survey.
That in itself should actually push people to actually complete the survey.
Yeah, just as
and to participate.
Just to add to Sean, for example, if you have 5,000 points, you can redeem a £5 Amazon gift card. And with it just being Diwali and I think Christmas coming up, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind getting a free £5 voucher for just walking and cycling. And especially if you can get a boost 1,000 points just from being in the PTP area. All the information is on the website and through the survey. So we'll look to see some more people on the app and using it before Christmas and New Year's.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, hey, Vina, shall we get this app and start earning loads
Yes,
of points?
definitely. I'm there. I think it's amazing. It's such a wonderful incentive. I'm there, VJ.
Okay. So, any kind of final thoughts and any final words? What would you like to ask our listeners about the whole PTP project? In terms of when does it finish? When is the final date of filling out this survey for the people there? Because we've got the website here. It's www.choosehowyoumove.co.uk, PTP-East. Search that. And when is the final date or deadline by the time they can fill out the survey?
Yeah, so the final date, we're kind of we're wrapping everything up in January really, and so that's when you can kind of finish doing the survey. What I'd recommend though is if you're we want to kind of target community groups as well, so whether you're a place of worship, whether you're a community group, and what we're encouraging is if you're in one of those groups, we want to hold group sessions with you, and we can come into your place of worship, into your community centre, and hold a little session with your members and say, okay, this is the information that we've got, also this is the survey, and we can do it there with you. And that's a really good way to do it as a group and together, and encourage that kind of that change together as a community really. So that's what I'd recommend, is getting involved as a group. And also if you need translation services, just get in touch with us. There's a contact number and there's an email on the Choose How You Move website, the link that you've mentioned. So if you need translation services, get in touch with us and we can offer that to you as well.
Okay, I've just had a message come in from one of the listeners, and one of the listeners is asking, they think it's a great project that you're asking people to use more public transport and walk. It's better for the climate, etc. But this survey, what's going to happen to the data? What happens once you've collected the data, and where will it be published, and how will it be used?
Yeah, so the data is obviously it's all GDPR kind of regulated, so we keep it safe, all the data, and then obviously we use it at the end just to see. You have the initial survey that people do, and then we're doing a follow-up survey to see whether people have changed their behaviours afterwards. So anyone who signed up to the survey, if they sign up and want to do an aftercare survey, is what we call it, they do that, and then obviously we see that change, and so that's how we're using the data, just for analyst purposes, just to see if people have changed, and the kind of the information that people have given us. But obviously that's all kept safe. And then obviously when the project is finished, so the project actually finishes in March, that's when it kind of finishes completely. Once that's finished, we get rid of the data after that, so we don't hold it longer than that. But the idea behind it obviously is just to analyze it and see if people are making those changes and those switches, and the percentages behind that really.
I just want to add to that as well, to Sean, what Sean's saying is that some of the information that some users might give, for example, I think in the last interview that we did about bus tickets, if there's regular comments about bus tickets being too expensive, and it's not just one-off occasions, it's more than one person, that information can be shared to other teams within the council to be reviewed and looked at. So we'll work with those teams to try get some more cheaper bus tickets, alternative flexi tickets, so that it encourages more people to use public transport, for example. So some of that, so it would be really beneficial for people to complete the survey. So any issues they have, positive or negative, we can take that feedback and as a council try look to improve that. I know we've got new electric bus fleets coming in, more bike share docks expanding throughout the city. So we want to listen and respond to what people want, and this is one way of doing that. So to all the listeners and watching, I please do kindly ask that you fill out the survey, and if you have any questions, just send us a call and an email, and we'll honestly be happy to help, no matter what challenges you might have with travel.
Okay, and I do realize that it's a good valid point, even though within the last interview, that public transport, there's a lot of questions around public transport, like if people are traveling to work and they want to use public transport, if the buses don't run on time, what happens? If there's issues with buses, like you said, it could be expensive for certain people to travel. will this data be, like you've said, I know you've mentioned this, Javid, but is the council going to look at this and say, how does it work with employers? Because we know a lot of the commuters are traveling on their own. So when people go to work, they're not traveling with family and friends, they're traveling with on their own because they need to go to work. How are we going to make public transport more reliable? Will this data be used towards that?
Absolutely, it could be used towards that. It all depends on what people put in their responses in the survey. If there's specific requests that are unique to those individuals, and that's something we can look through with our one-to-one consultations that we have with the survey, which Sean can potentially expand on. But with regards to things like bus services and information and delays, etc., if people are unhappy with the prices of the bus tickets, and something that would encourage them to use it would be cheaper bus fares, please complete the survey and please tell us that. And if we get a big percentage that says 10% of people saying that the bus fares are too expensive, we can take that back to the bus companies and say, look, unfortunately, we've carried out this project. Out of 12,000 households, 10% of people have said that, look, only the bus fares are too expensive and it discourages me from using it. So we can only do so much as a council to put measures in place and bus services, etc. But it's down to the people, the people watching and listening, to actually voice their concerns and issues, and then work with us to sort of make improvements. Because at the end of the day, we all want to travel safely. We all want to look out for our own, and this is one way. Hopefully, people can do that by working with the council and sort of overcoming any challenges that we all face currently.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. It's been great having all of you guys on the station today, especially on this special auspicious New Year's Day of the community of Leicester. Is there any final words you'd like to add, or anything you'd like to say that we've not covered today, Sean or Javid?
I just want to firstly say thank you for having us. Thank you for the listeners and watching for the questions and you've put in. I kindly just ask, please go visit our Choose How You Move website. Please go and fill out the survey link. You can, if you're watching it on a computer, you can scan the QR code. Do the survey. Please give us your honest comments and feedback. If you have any issues, email us, phone us. We'll be happy to help out. But I just want to say have a good Friday and a good weekend, and I'm hopefully seeing more surveys completed and a lot more people getting those discounts and incentives before the new year.
Okay, thank you so much, Sean. Thank you so much for joining us today, Javid. It's been a pleasure having you on EAVA FM 102.5. So Vina, how did you think, what do you think about this project?
I think it's fantastic, and to be honest, personally, I think everybody needs a push, because changing their lifestyle and helping the local authority as well, with this PTP planning, I think it's important, because at the end of the day, it's for our own benefits as well. And also they're throwing in incentives. So,
Absolutely.
you know what? It's amazing. We need to do this.
Imagine getting an app,
Yeah.
just more walking.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And you get points.
And you're getting
on the
fit.
points, and you're getting fit.
Yeah.
And you get vouchers.
I know.
Yeah,
You must
imagine
be
that.
crazy not to do it.
Yeah. So make sure you guys all download the Better Points app and go on www.choosehowyoumove.co.uk PTP-East. Wow.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So,
And so Vijay, just wanted to ask you, what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have a special Diwali special dinner and dance. It's at Ramgarhia Centre. It's all going down. We've got Shahid Abbas Khan and Drupati Vaja. We've also got live fire dancers there as well, and it's going to be crazy. And you know what? Come to Ramgarhia. It's all about Ramgarhia Hall. Definitely tomorrow. Doors are opening bang on at 7 o'clock. It's going to be great. It's going to be, Vina's going to be hosting with curfew there, and you two are going to kill it. I know you are. There's lots going to be happening. We've got a raffle prize draw, and you know what? I just think it's amazing.
Yeah, there's drinks on arrival and food. The dinner is going to be served at the table as well. So make sure those of you that got the tickets, fantastic. Make sure you've got your glad rags on. And those of you that haven't got your tickets, what are you waiting for? Now's your opportunity to meet all the presenters or most of the presenters of EAVA FM.
Okay. We've got just about 40 seconds before we go in this commercial. Remember, we're going to be ending our stream right now. So carry on listening to us on 102.5 Leicester. But remember, the Personalised Travel Planning PTP project with Leicester City Council. I think it's really important that all of you guys get involved, fill out the surveys, because there's lots of incentives. We can definitely see lots of congestion within our streets of Leicester's community with lots of cars there. How are we going to control this? Let's work together. Okay, Vino, take it away. Finally,
Yeah,
we've got 2
catch
seconds.
me straight after the break. Got great tunes lined up for you all.